What is up, guys? Welcome back to our FC25 career mode today with the mighty Boro, and we have two more games sandwiched within a very small period. Of course, it is the Christmas period. We've just come off the back of a Boxing Day win against Sheffield Wednesday, and now we have only 3 days later Burnley at the Riverside, and then we travel to Hull on New Year's Day. Form's been okay. We haven't been able to string a number of wins together since the Burnley win earlier at the start of December. We were on a run where we were winning most games to nil. We did have a draw against Blackburn in there, but for the most part we were flying. And then all of a sudden we've started conceding goals. You know, we got away with it against Millwall, didn't get away with it against Plymouth, and then had to come from behind against Sheffield Wednesday, and obviously the Leeds defeat's a big one in there. So yeah, it's not perfect at the moment, but as we know, with the league table, we've built ourselves into a good position. And today's a big game because we can extend our lead to Burnley in fourth up to 13 points if we win. It'll stay as 10 points if we draw. However, if they win, then they'll get within 7 points of us, which then makes you start to look over your shoulder a tiny bit. So that, with Luton there too, we've still got to be careful. We've still got to be unbelievably wary, and we need to tighten up defensively a little bit if we can. Burnley we did beat last time at Turf Moor. It was a fantastic 2-0 win down there. It was a brilliant all-round performance, and be interesting to see if we can manage to do that again today. We have also got a youth tournament in today's episode. It's in 3 days' time, so I think we'll sandwich it in between games, or maybe it'll be straight after the Hull game. We'll see where we're at with that, but we have got another youth tournament to run through. No new youth players, unfortunately, yet from the scouts, from what I can gather. They're still out there looking, but yeah, a couple of the boys seem to have improved. Drew's 64, so he's more than ready to come into the team. I would say there's a few that are still a little bit behind, but we'll get that sorted when we're around to it. And let's have a little look at this. We've got some interesting emails. So Dyke Steele has been developing well, and we're now satisfied he's reached physical and technical levels expected of him. I mean, it's not in our long-term plans either. And now this is a worry. Elijah Drew is looking to cancel his contract. He thinks that he's ready to be called up to the senior squad. He seems determined to leave at the moment, but I think you can persuade him to hold off by cancelling his youth contract with us. I can tell him we'll see if there's anything we can do to promote him to the senior squad. Now then, out of all the players we've got coming through, he is the one that is the closest to being ready, and he's fantastic. So if it means keeping him, then I think we do that. We promote him to the senior team, and that will then open up a spot for someone else to come in the Youth Academy tournament. We have got another email. Stanley Hooper. Now, he is a left back who we've not really looked at. He's 17, but he's only 56 rated and his potential's rubbish. So if he wants to leave, he can. In fact, we'll do the job for him, and we'll release him. So our Youth Academy's now just gone a little bit smaller. So someone else will have to come in for Drew once we do the next youth tournament. But yeah, we've just promoted Elijah Drew to the main team, so we'll see if we can get him in at some point. I'm not going to throw him in for a game like Burnley, but yeah, certainly in the FA Cup game coming up, possibly, we might be able to bring him in. So exciting times to see how our first promoted youth player gets on. But until then, let's jump into the team for the Burnley game. So then the team looks like this. We've been able to manage the fitness of a lot of the boys quite well, actually, bringing them off late on in the Sheffield Wednesday game. So the back five has Steele Fry coming in for Dara Lenihan. Fry's been in, not happy with the lack of playing time he's got, so we'll give him a chance to play. I think I'm going to stick with Luke Ayling although I am wary of the defenders he might be coming up against, or the wingers he might be coming up against. Borges, I'm going to stick with on the left-hand side, I think, just because he's probably the best defender of the three, as much as I would like to obviously utilise Alex Bangura. The midfield four is all the same, albeit McGree is going to come in on the left for Ben Doak, who isn't 100% fit. And then up front, We did bring both off in the last game. Tommy Conway is not far off full fitness. Latilaf, not really that close, but we'll start him. We'll see if he can get us a goal, and then maybe at half-time or 60 minutes in, we'll bring him off for Marcus Forss. So let's get into it.
Live action from one of the most exciting leagues in Europe, the Championship. It's Middlesbrough facing Burnley.
Thanks, Derek. Well, this should be a decent game today. Both managers will have a game plan. Both teams have a certain style of play, and both sides will want to start quickly. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, as you can see, when it comes to the hosts, they certainly know a thing or two about scoring goals. In fact, Stuart, they have the most potent attack in the league.
Well, their forwards should be full of confidence. They've been in fantastic form of late, and it bodes well for the neutrals today. Hopefully, we're in for an entertaining match.
A look at the starting 11 for Middlesbrough.
Well, it's great to see them playing with the front two, but for it to work, they need to have a good understanding. They need to link up with each other and provide a different set of skills.
And a look at the starting lineup for Burnley.
Well, 4-4-2 against 4-4-2, that certainly takes me back. But I think this will come down to who wins the battle in central midfield.
Yeah, it's pretty much a similar team to the one we played last time, although Hannibal's not starting, which I'm kind of glad about. He did give us a rough time of it in the reverse fixture. But Burnley had their chances in the last game. They just were not clinical in the slightest. And our defence is not absolutely solid at the moment, so this could be a challenge. Riley, Dale Fry there. Once again, Burnley trying to go direct, and I tell you what, Morris, well, he's done well to win that, and Jones has somehow kept the ball alive, as there was a foul in there, I think. But we come out of that with the ball, and McGree crosses it in. Oh, Hackney. That was poor from Hayden Hackney. Didn't bring that down quickly enough. And now Zion Fleming trying to beat Matt Clark, but it's great defending. Oh, and Jones now. He's one who's been lost on the ball a little bit. And now Zion Fleming with the shot and Dieng with a save. Two sloppy moments there, Hackney and Isaiah Jones. Dieng was there to stop Burnley once again. But we've had issues from corners, conceding at the near post quite often this season. That's deeper, and it's headed down, it's off the line! It's off the line by Latilaf. I don't know how much he knew about it, but it's a good job he was where he was, because he's just saved a certain goal. Jones to Latilaf, they've pretty much halted the counter-attack. But Lath wins us a corner, and, well, are we going to have a look at that? There it is! Oh. Nearly conceded from another corner, but Latilaf on the line, chesting it.
Over to Alex for the information.
It's a goal for Luton Town. It was an early cross which found him in acres of...
Fleming. Oh, Clark and Fry have split. We locked onto the wrong centre-back. Fry moved the wrong way. Clark couldn't close the gap. And once again, we concede. You can see here we're dealing with Matt Clark. I was locked onto the wrong defender, and that's all it takes, a split second. But I don't even know if we'd have gotten across to defend Foster anyway. But Burnley didn't score against us in the reverse fixture. They've scored against us now, and they've been the better team. We're just dropping off a little bit, I would say, in terms of our overall form.
Josh Brownhill.
Brownhill into Fleming.
And they're moving the ball neatly
Benson
off.
back into Fleming here. Fleming! And that's a brilliant finish.
Oh, it's in. A two-goal crucial.
There's nothing
The lead fully
you can do about a strike that good. And this has not gone well at all.
Well, as you can see, he just about gets that right.
Benson,
Some would say it's slightly lucky. I would say it's perfect.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing you can do really. Got the wrong side of Clark. And Fleming has hit that perfectly. It's going away from De Jong, in off the post. And, well, we need to sort ourselves out massively here. 2-0 down after only 24 minutes.
corner kick.
Hackney, it's in towards Neto Borges, and it's off the line for Burnley this time. Defender on the line. Benson and Fleming are causing us absolute havoc.
Really good build-up, but
Dill Fry's there. McGree, just slow to react there. Cullen, he's gotten away from Hackney. Foster shoots.
Really crisp effort, but just wide.
It's all Burnley. We cannot get going at all. Well, Hackney's just ran into a Burnley player. This is quite poor from us. This it really is. Surprised the fans aren't more frustrated.
On to Fleming.
They're running rings round us. We need someone to
Well,
stick a tackle in, win the ball back,
Burnley.
just stop Burnley in their tracks a little bit. Because I mean, they'll just put a third past us before long.
Better of his opponents. Well, defending always has to be a team effort. Good piece of covering.
Oh, Jones again. We're just absolutely all over the place.
Well, they're on the scent of something positive.
Dale Fry wins it back. Now then, can we get something going? No, we can't. We've gave it away again. My word. And that's a good ball in behind Luke Ayling. Foster back to Cullen, who's absolutely done Hayden Hackney. Fleming's allowed to turn, and
It was on its way in.
Dale Fry has to block it.
Well, the counter chance
Here's
looks
Jones.
very real.
And now here comes Luke Ayling. We could do with something, and we could do with something now. It's in towards Conway.
Well, I thought that could be
Trafford's there.
keeper able to get us.
I'd actually welcome a short corner here, to be honest. But they've still gone long. Clark does get there.
Defending.
Jones doesn't get anything on his header. Josh Cullen, brilliantly won by Hackney, but instantly they're on to us again. Fleming to Foster. Borges is there.
The tackle and did.
Desperate defending. We need Conway to make a run here.
Bring it through.
Oh, no. Oh, he's nicked it.
He's lost
Tommy Conway.
here.
Can he get onto his right foot? Oh, his touch isn't good enough. Oh, and he's fluffed the chance.
Into this contest.
Well, it's a chance, yes, and one they needed to take. They're struggling here, no doubt about that.
Yeah, that sums us up, really. Should have just took it on with his left. He's got a decent left foot. And it's been a really bad half. It's been probably one of the worst halves from us this season.
At all. They
In
have
possession,
Stewart.
we've been absolutely terrible.
Goals you want.
Here's Alex.
Yes,
Great
it was
tackle
a penalty for Swansea
on Ben
City,
Dork.
and he only went and pulled out the Panenka on us, a fan favourite. It's now 2-1 with 40
Worst case scenario would be
Thanks as always, Alex.
if we conceded straight away. Brownhill, Fleming, it's wide.
So much better, to be honest.
Well, I expect
Taking on Stoke City.
Brownhill, what a great ball that is. Fry recovers well, but then loses it. Dale Fry's lost it. Fleming's in. Foster! Wow!
Not threatening the
Should be 3, and it should be game over. He has got to score. That's a sitter.
intercept.
Oh, and now Foster's in here. Luke Ayling. Brilliant defending from the fullback.
He has time.
Borges gives it away to Benson. This is terrible. It really is dreadful. Well in, Hayden Hackney.
The referee not too happy with the challenge.
What?
For a free kick.
What the hell's he give there? Oh my word. Hackney won the ball. I honestly am lost as to what on earth the referee has given a free kick for there. Not a clue. This is just one of them games where nothing is going for us. We just can't get going, and now, well, wouldn't it be typical?
That was a delicious free kick from there and really made the keeper think.
Well, that's a great effort. So close to being a wonderful goal.
Thankfully, they've took Benson off, but Hannibal's come on, so I don't know if that's is that much of a small mercy. Oh, you can see the offside trap, though. We need to try and trigger that. Lath's made a good run. Have we beat the offside trap? The answer is yes, and Lath scores!
That's exactly what they needed. That should get
Offside trap beaten. We've noticed them start to do it,
Well, that's the replay shows.
and it's dangerous doing that against Latte Lath,
Top of the back line. And there's certainly no
who we've kept on for that very reason.
nothing to keep.
Beautiful finish. And we're back in it. And we don't deserve to be. It should be game over.
Continuing with the action, and you can feel on the back of that last goal for Boro, the belief has returned.
But if they're going to play the offside trap,
To go.
they've got to do it properly. And if they
They do pass the
let
ball.
Larry Lath go in behind, but here's Hannibal to make it 3-1. And that's just wide.
But just wide.
Good God. How many chances have Burnley had to put this game away? Like at Turf Moor, they had chances to score in that game and they didn't.
Aidan Morris. Neto Borges.
There's Borges, who's not had a good game.
Morris.
But Morris looking for a potential run again.
Ayling.
Ayling. Jones is in. Latt's at the back post. The cross doesn't have enough on it.
Away completely.
Hackney to Morris. It's crazy how the momentum has shifted. Hackney! Save! Lanny Lath, can he get there? Yes, he can! But it's just wide.
Past the keeper, but his radar was a bit off. So maybe
Ayling did well to win that, but he's
Josh Brownhill.
not come out with the ball.
On the
Despite us creating chances and having momentum, I still think Burnley are going to create
ball for Ndeye.
numerous opportunities in this second half. And you'd still expect them to take one of them.
Ndeye Shimier.
And look at this for a run.
Just get past his man.
I mean, Fry's going to have to come across to help. Here's Foster. That's a weak finish. And Senny just gets up to deny the rebound. I didn't mean to kick that. It's worked out really well, actually. Because look at this. Ben Doak now. He needs bodies in the box. Jones is not the one I would have aimed for.
Round with that clearance.
I mean, that was a really poor finish by Foster.
Now with Hackney.
Lath.
Fruitful looking attack.
Jones needs bodies. There's no one there. Comes to Ben Doak, who does well, really, to volley that on target.
And a throw in for Burnley.
Oh, Ben Doak. He stole it.
Boro now.
Force. Latte Lath. Oh, what a save. What a save from Trafford.
Corner to Boro.
That was the chance. He tried to bend it into the corner. That was the moment. Can we create another?
Comes.
That's another corner, surely. Yep.
Another corner conceded. What can they do with this one?
Boro fans trying to roar us on.
No, this is a big chance here.
There's his finish. Try to do something similar. Maybe Trafford was wary of what we might do second time around.
The corner
Near post to Luke Ayling.
Needs to clear it.
And scrambled away. Jones though, and look at the run of Ben Doak. Force is in there actually, and Trafford punches clear.
Dangerous ball, but fisted away by the keeper.
Back out.
That's a good
Hackney.
pass.
Morris. Burnley plays.
Ayling.
Spread across the box. Ayling. That's a good tackle. That's a great tackle. And pressure relieved. Well done, Dale Fry. What?
Blows the whistle. It is a free kick.
Is he having a laugh? This referee. I tell you what. It's never a free kick. Clark.
Goal for Luton Town. The ball was pulled back from the goal line. He got over it well.
Oh, that was meant for Force. That was meant for Force, not for Jones.
With 85 minutes played.
Force had made a great run.
The winner, Derek.
Alex, thank you very much.
And we picked out the wrong player.
Delcroix.
Oh, how has Morris not won that ball? We'd have been in.
Cullen. Masengo.
Are Burnley going to seal the deal here?
Cullen.
Here's Brownhill. Oh, he's give it to Doak.
Away.
And now Marcus Force.
The counter.
Force is in.
Good effect.
Ladilaf. It's to Isaiah Jones. Oh, just didn't have enough to get him behind
And it's with Foster.
with Ladilaf.
And he saw the situation developing.
Burnley have hoofed it clear. Oh my God! Why is Ayling hammered that at Dale Fry? At Hayden Hackney, sorry. Force. This is it now. Isaiah Jones. He's got to pick out the fin.
Goes in.
But there's the defender.
Reading of that ball in.
Morris.
It might be on for them.
Jones.
Only failed
Oh, it's not that clear. It's just taken off Ladilaf. And there's the final whistle.
It goes into the history books.
And
Defeat.
we have lost at home. It's a rarity at the Riverside, but that first half performance has cost us.
Frustrating day all round for the coach to think about for the next time.
And Burnley do carve into that 10-point gap. Very disappointing. Well, we made a fist of it second half, but yeah, first half was not good enough. And we put a lot of our big players, we left them on in that game, which means we're going to have to make wholesale changes for the whole game. Drew has been in the office. Thanks for giving me a chance. Well, I was impressed by him in the youth team. I'm gutted we won't be using him anymore in the youth teams, but we can bring him in to the FA Cup team, which will be in the next episode, of course. But, yeah, that's not a game you want to lose, really. If anything, you take a draw and you say, yep, they've not gained any points on us. You leave it at that. But, yeah, the gap then to Luton is now 6. They won. Burnley won. It couldn't have gone much worse for us, really. Leeds United must have done what Leeds United do and win again. So the gap's actually was the gap 4. The gap was only 4 points, wasn't it? So they drew to Derby, so Leeds dropped points as well. So yeah, it's been a good weekend for the chasing pack. Really, they've closed in on the top 2. We need to ensure we bounce back now and don't let this continue on. We need a clean sheet. Really, a clean sheet would be ideal. Stop conceding goals, and we are going to make, I think, quite a few changes for the whole game. Not because we need to, yes, but I think we're going to have to as well with fitness. Well, here's the team then for the whole game. Much changed, as you can see. So Dieng's in goal, Vandenberg and Lenihan are partnered at the back, with Clark dropping out Fry even more unfit at this point. Bangura comes in for Borges, who himself, of course, isn't anywhere near full fitness. Smith comes in for Ayling, who is exactly the same. I have swapped out one of the midfield too. A bit of a change, but Morris wasn't that close. He was a little bit off full fitness, so I've put Azaz in Hackney's role and put Hackney alongside him. So a good rare start for Azaz. We'll see how he gets on. I'm going to keep Jones in there just because I like to have some pace and width on the wings. Doak, unfortunately, isn't all that fit. I mean, he probably could still be on the bench, actually. But we've got McGree on the left-hand side. Conway and Force are the two up top. Bergsorg's going to be on the bench. Lath, as you can see, is nowhere near. So this is when the squad is truly tested. This is when you've got to rely and put trust in some of the fringe players in this busy period, especially when we've just come off the back of a defeat. So, big game.
With the new, a brand new year, and looking forward to bringing you live action. It's Hull City, and they face Middlesbrough.
Well, let's just hope the players weren't at the same hoggany party as you, Derek. Otherwise, we could be in for a really lacklustre performance. But this actually has the makings of being a really good encounter.
Well, you never quite know who's going to dominate a game in advance, but I think you can maybe make an argument for this fellow, Stuart. What do you think we'll see from him today?
Well, Derek, this season, he's been outstanding on occasions. His goal tally is really, really good. He looks a threat whenever he gets the ball, and his movement's been excellent. I'm sure he'll add to his tally today, and they're going to have to mark him really tightly.
Here's how the lineup looks for Hull City.
Well, it can be seen as a very defensive shape, but if they have good athletes in midfield, which they have, who are ready to break forward as soon as possession is won, they can still pose a big threat today.
A look at the starting 11 for Middlesbrough.
Well, it's a fairly standard 4-4-2, which you don't see that often, but it does have its strength, particularly with the front two they've got playing today. They're both good players.
Well, we obviously had joy against Hull last time we played them, I think. And I'm hoping this is the sort of game where our big squad will make a difference. Their players surely can't be all that fit if they're first teamers. They do seem to have made some changes, but this is where I'm relying on our squad depth and quality to make sure we maintain a high standard of performance.
What do you expect from them today?
Well, a 2-1 defeat at home is what they deserve, really. Today, though, I think...
Oh, Azaz has pinched it in the midfield, and what a finish! The perfect start, courtesy of Finn Azaz, who has not played anywhere near as much since we changed formation. But he come on and scored a cracker in the last appearance, and he's scored an absolute beauty already. I mean, he just drilled that. What a finish from Finn Azaz. And maybe he is making a bit of a claim to start in that midfield too. His 2 goals this season have been beauties, and that's another one. This is what these games are for. Fringe players proving a point. And Finn Azaz has done that with that goal. Well, unless they are doing something extremely clever. That's an absolute waste of a corner. It really is. Bangura. Oh my word, Bangura. What a run this is from Alex Bangura. Well, McGree's tackled him. But that's put Tommy Conway in. Oh, and a good save. What a run from Bangura. He was so quick. McGree got in the way of him. Wasn't the finish we were looking for in the end from Conway, but what a counter-attack. Bellumi. Tricky feet. But there's Bangura again. Conway. McGree. Force! Ooh. Well, that would have been special. Maybe his weaker foot. But he still did well to connect. Oh, Tommy Smith there. That's sloppy from him. Good ball inside. Smith's there to put him off. Senny parries it. It's a comfortable enough save, but come from our own mistakes. But Force has made a great run through the middle. And he's being found by Tommy Conway. Marcus Force is in. It's saved. But Jones is there.
Well, it looks easy when you can put them away like that.
And it's 2-0. Great ball in from Conway. I don't know what the Hull City defender was doing there. He nearly fell over his own tackle. There was Jones coming in. And a 2-goal lead makes me feel a lot better. Poor ball. Rav telegraphed it and read it. Brilliant from Azaz. I dare say of the two players who've come in today, Bangura and Azaz have both been absolutely fantastic. And they're playing very high press, but we are catching them out time and time again by playing through them. And Tommy Conway's in this time. Luckily for Hull, the rebound didn't fall to a player in red, but there's Finn Azaz again.
Ryan Giles.
Oh, Jones pressing really well. Oh, and he's won that back beautifully. Oh, but then the through ball into Force was... Oh, Conway was really poor. It should have been a simple one. After he'd done all the hard work.
Well, moving the ball forward, they might be in business.
Oh, good little interchanging play on the left there by Hull City. Between Miller and Puerta. Giles joins the party. Oh, they've absolutely made a meal of that. And now we're away 2v2. Oh, Force. That's a foul. Referee plays the advantage. It's back towards McGree. Wow. That was a great volley with his weaker foot. Hackney. Azaz is up there. It comes to Darragh Lenihan, who was probably the right... Well, the wrong man in the right place. Jones tries to slip in Finn Azaz. Here comes the Boro press. And there is the Boro press. Now Force is in space. Couldn't quite connect. That's a good ball over the top. Now then. Oh, Darragh Lenihan and Rav Vandenberg converge. Beautiful play by Hackney there. That was great defending. Don't get caught in behind very often, but we did there. And now look at this. Miller trying to skip beyond Tommy Smith, who he's got on toast, but then his touch was poor. That's better from Smith. It's becoming really end-to-end all of a sudden, which I think suits us really. Conway's in, and Conway makes it 3. That's the game done. Hull have really tried to force the issue, but they're leaving. Men exposed, in behind. Force plays in Conway, and to be fair, it's still a lot to do there. But what a beautiful finish into the bottom corner. And this has been the most convincing performance for a long time. What feels like a long time, it probably isn't, but much better, much more like it. And there's Bangura. Ooh, I mean, surely that's a foul, ref. I mean, it's pinball. Oh, and now here comes Badia. He's got room, but puts it wide.
Well, that never looked like troubling the keeper, did it? But it was worth an effort. A good strike from him.
Regan Slater. Oh yes, what a pass. Goalkeeping.
Well, I don't know how long my microphone's not been on, ladies and gentlemen. So apologies if you've been skipping through some silent highlights for the second half. I don't know if I've accidentally tapped the top of my microphone because I had it on mute. So I do apologise with the lack of commentary. But I'll sum everything up at the end of the game anyway. Azaz in towards Bergzorg. And this has been much better from us. And to be honest, the players who've come in have done so well. We might actually finish the job here with Delano. Bergzorg! Oh, it's saved! And again, the referee blowing the whistle. But it's the most complete performance in a while. A clean sheet, 3 goals, a better defensive display. And a lot of the players who we played have come in and done really well. So, good stuff all round. Yeah, I don't know if the mute button is on top of my mic, which I may have brushed by accident, and that's why my mic went on mute. But regardless, and look at this, by the way, Patrick Bamford, hat-trick. I think he's absolutely, suddenly destroying Latte Lath for the Golden Boot. It looked like Lath had it in the bag, but, well, he's got 2 Boro players on his back now. But, yeah, as I was going to say, I probably said, but my mic was on mute. Some brilliant performances in that game. Bangura, probably one of the best left-back performances we've had this season. He's probably played himself into being the starter. Finn Azaz was outstanding alongside Hayden Hackney, so we could play him alongside Hackney. So yeah, brilliant performances all round, and that's the sort of, not only the result, but the win, the kind of win that we needed. So let's have a little look at the league table before we finish off with the youth tournament. And I've left it to the end, because if you guys want to stick around and watch that, you can. If not, no worries. I've suddenly completely forgotten where to find the league table. There it is. So it's a good job we won that game, because Luton maintained the gap, as I think did Burnley. So it's as you were with Leeds winning as well. So 5 points behind the leaders, 6 points ahead of third, far from over, despite how well we've played. And we need to play a lot more like what we've just played, as opposed to what we were doing before. So we're going to play the youth tournament now. Obviously, if you want to jump off at this point, next up we've got Cardiff at home in the Championship, and then we've got an FA Cup game, which will be a nice break. It'll break things up quite nicely from what we were doing previously. But let's jump in to a youth tournament now. We won the last one, of course, but no Drew in this one. So let's see who can come in and replace him. Well, just down to how small our academy is at this point, we've only actually got 7 players, so we need to. Well, I'm glad we've got the scouts out looking, to be honest, because yeah, if another 1 or 2 drop out, then we literally probably can't even participate in these tournaments. But without Drew, we are weakened undoubtedly. But Harper will be the goalkeeper, as he has been throughout. Diaz, Maldonado, and Salinas have been the 3 in there that were playing frequently and have won the last tournament. Hewitt's the one who's going to come in, who you might remember from the very early tournaments, who, yeah, impressed really well. I don't know if the positions matter all that much, but he's a right back, he's a right winger, striker and centre mid. We'll keep them as is, but yeah, let's get into this really fun rush tournament, and Luton Town and their youngsters are first up. And here we go. And Kennedy has beaten Diaz instantly to that. Once again, why are their youth teams so bloody big compared to ours? They're giants. As they get the first shot off with Thomas, who shoots wide. We have just got a much smaller team. Salinas to Hewitt. Good football between the two here. We should probably have squared that. Salinas' shot is blocked. Good turn from Thomas. He looks pretty agile for a big player. Oh, he's unlucky there. Is the right wing back. But here he is. Here's Hewitt. What's his crossing like? Salinas has peeled away, but it's well blocked. Thomas trying to charge down the left-hand side. Here's Kennedy. They look pretty good, Luton, to be fair. They look sharp. Once again, though, like previous tournaments, they're not tearing through us. We're keeping a very good shape. Are we going to force them back to the goalkeeper? Not quite. Kennedy. I'm surprised they're not making runs in behind. Everything's in front of our youth team at the moment. I mean, they're keeping the ball well. Absolute curse there. But we've give it straight back. And now we're in trouble. That's what I thought they'd have done earlier. Going in behind. Goalkeeper's there. Oh, they've played it long. Salinas is going to win his own header. But once again, they win the ball back quickly. They're a good team, these. Oh, brilliant from Salinas. Now then, can he play Diaz, who's onside? Diaz is in. Oh, and he's lobbed the goalkeeper. When I first tried the lob, I thought, oh crap, the keeper's not actually coming off his line when I thought he would. But we've still managed to cheekily scissor kick it. Oh, that's cheeky, that, from Diaz. Brilliant. I wouldn't say we've deserved that, but it's been a tight game, but we'll take it. Here's Kennedy. Hewitt trying to press. He is very nippy and agile. He's a quick little wing back he is, which is the sort of wing back I like. So I'm really liking the look of him in terms of a profile of player. But look at that, we forced them to go long. And oh my goodness, wow, the goalkeeper did not have to dive and punch that out for a corner. He could have just dribbled it. So that is the most needless corner I think I've ever conceded. Luckily we've not. Oh, Hewitt, that's brilliant. I'm going to say luckily we've not. As Diaz has to take the shot early. We weren't punished for it. Final ball could have been a bit better there. Hewitt's had one or two opportunities where maybe the final ball's not been the best. Here's Maldonado. Not talked about him yet. I don't think he's had the ball. As Hewitt's pass is blocked. Don't think we've seen Maldonado at all, have we? Given it's a five-a-side game. Here he is. I'd rather him be in the box. And he's lost that as well. Quiet game so far from Maldonado. He's won that header, but no one come for the ball. Johnson's jumped that challenge. It's a good ball across. And, well, that's got to be a goal. That's a really bad miss. And I don't think they'll get many better chances than that, Luton. Maldonado trying to square it to Salinas. That's not come off. It's been a scrappy game, this. It's not been anywhere near our best. Luton have had their chances. Good ball out from the goalkeeper. Well, they've got to get the ball forward quickly here, Luton. They're going to have to take a shot, surely. And there is the shot. Oh my God! What's the goalkeeper doing? Oh, he's rubbish. I mean, it's just a shot, a pop shot, because the buzzer was at 0, and that, oh, it's appalling. He's just ruled himself out of the first team instantly. Can you believe it? The last second. Because of a goalkeeping howler. Not good enough, I'm afraid. Oh, and that wasn't either. I think we've got a minute and a bit to get a golden goal. I don't know what happens after that. Oh, and there it is. The goalkeeper's let it go underneath him, and this youth tournament has lasted one game. We were winning until the final second, and the goalkeeper, oh dear, he's conceded 2 stinkers, and we've been knocked out in the quarterfinals, which hasn't happened since the opening youth tournament we did. I mean, Rory Harper, nice knowing you, my friend. Wasn't the best performance all round, really, but all I'm saying is next time we play that, we're not going to be going with that goalkeeper. We might be going with the other one. That was very underwhelming. We were winning with a second to spare, and then the goalkeeper just did something. I don't even know what that was. So that's a real shame. And, well, Edmondson has gone. Ipswich have recalled him. And that's okay. He's barely played. We've got 4 fit centre-backs, touch wood. They stay fit. I mean, yeah, he's saying, look at our loan policy, but we inherited the squad and he was a lone player. It's not our fault he's not played and not really played a part. But that's a shame. A shame the youth tournament has come to such a quick end due to our completely rubbish goalkeeper. But nevertheless, that's the end of the episode, guys. So if you've enjoyed it, do hit a like on the video, subscribe. For much more, hit the bell so you never miss when an episode drops, and comment below with your thoughts. And until next time, do take care, and I'll see you all in the next one.